Hello everyone. Now today we are going to begin with a series of Python tutorial, as this programming language is very important for data science and machine learning professionals. So that's the reason we want to go from beginner to expert level in Python. So what is Python and what can you do with it? It is one of the most popular languages and it is used by smaller and larger companies. Many universities use Python as introduction to programming languages in their computer science courses. One advantage of Python is that it is fairly easy to learn and it has fairly simple syntax. It is used for many different applications, including website backend code, which is the code that runs on your server as opposed to code that runs on your device, whether it is a mobile or your laptop. And this is very popular for data analysis and scientific research purposes, and that's the reason we are going to learn Python so that we are able to build our machine learning algorithms in Python. Okay, so now let's go ahead and install Python on your computer. Usually when people develop a program in Python or any other language for that matter, they usually use something called IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment. Now it's an environment that includes everything you need pretty much to develop a program. It has a nice text editor in which you can write your code, and it has ability to run your program, as well as something called a debugger, which allows you to quickly get rid of all the bugs. Now here I'll be using something called Jupyter Notebook. Well, Jupyter Notebook is an environment for writing and testing your program quickly. Now, it's very popular with scientific community and data analysis purposes. It's very simple and easy to install through something called Anaconda. Now, Anaconda is a bundle of Python packages and a package manager called Conda. Now, these packages are very popular with data science community, and some of these packages are NumPy, SkyPy. So by using Anaconda, you don't have to download these packages separately. So here is a way Jupyter Notebook works. There are two components. First of all, when you launch your Jupyter Notebook on your computer, you might see a command line interface like this. This represents Jupyter Notebook server. You can think of it sort of like core of Jupyter Notebook. You don't have to worry that much about how it works exactly, but just remember that if you close this window accidentally, then Jupyter Notebook might stop working. So be careful. You will also see a browser window like this or tab showing up, whether it is Chrome, Firefox, or Safari or anything else. It will probably be at URL localhost colon 888 or something like this. Now this notebook or browser window is connected to Jupyter Notebook server. This is your Jupyter Notebook server as we discussed. Now this browser window or tab is basically your user interface for Jupyter Notebook. You can write and execute your code here, but it is actually executed on the Jupyter Notebook server. Now again, you don't have to worry too much about how this works, but this was just an overview. Let's go ahead and install Jupyter Notebook. So to install Python or Jupyter Notebook, we are going to install Anaconda. Now Anaconda is a package manager which allows you to install many programs at once. So when you install Anaconda, it comes with Python and Jupyter Notebook. So you do not have to install Python or Jupyter Notebook separately on your computer. Let's now install it. So to install it, you have to go to this browser anaconda.org, and after going there, just click on download Anaconda. So when you come over here, you'll see Anaconda distribution. Now download. So when you click on download, you'll have to select your platform, whether you're using Windows, Mac OS, Linux. The download instructions are pretty much the same. I'm using a Mac, so I'm going to click this. So there are two versions, 3 point something and 2 point something. So I'm going to use 3 point something, 3.7. So I'm going to go ahead and click on download and started downloading. So I'm going to click on this and then open. Yeah, so this installer is open, so I've got to click continue, 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 just agree and then install it. Now I already have this installed on my computer, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. But if you just install it, it will be installed, and this step is pretty much the same in all platforms, whether you're using Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. All right, so now we are all set. So in order to launch Jupyter, we have to launch something called Anaconda Navigator. So let's go ahead and launch it. So it started launching. Okay, so after launching, you're going to get this, and you can see this in Anaconda Home. You have Jupyter Lab, Jupyter Notebook. This is what we're going to do. You can also use Spider for Python development, and this is also very popular with scientific development within the data science community. And you have Art Studio, which is, and you have VS Code. So there are many packages already integrated with Anaconda. So we're going to go ahead and launch Jupyter Notebook. Like I said, Jupyter server. This is your Jupyter Notebook server. You have your Jupyter Notebook on your browser. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this, because that's a server which will be, the codes will be actually getting executed at that level. Since we are done away with installation, let's go ahead and create our first program. In next video we're going to see what are the variables in Python, and then what are different data types in Python. So all right, thank you very much for watching.